Hello, out there. This is Karen with Spiritual Intuitions, and today I pulled a ruin. It is Algiers, which is the ruin of protection. It looks like this, like maybe a tree, um, and it's a protection. It says protective, steadfast, strong. Are qualities of Algiers, and it's a ruin that insists that we reach out to the unseen world for help and protection. So, again, God, that reminds me of a ritual I did last night that I was urged to do, a egg cleaning ritual. And you can look up what an egg cleaning ritual is on YouTube. Just Google it and go with the one that vibrates with you if you want to do it. But I was urged to do this cleansing ritual because I was told that this is the end of a cycle, and I'm sure that what's happening for me is also happening for some of the viewers that I connect with and are drawn to my reading. So I urge you to do a protection ritual for your spiritual workings, no matter if it's an egg cleansing or if it's a sea salt bath or some other type of spiritual bath or burning candles for protection. No matter how you do it, I think it's really important that you take advantage of doing that at this time. Tomorrow is a portal 6-6, and it's a really important portal. I haven't gotten a whole bunch of information on it, but given that it was a very high intuition for me to go ahead and do that spiritual cleanse and me to advise you guys to do that, I think it's because it's ushering in a new day, the 6-6 portal. It's ushering in new energies, and we don't really want any of the old gunk that was stuck to us, which is no longer stuck to us, but there still may be remnants in our aura or in our physical space even, which brings me to cleaning your house. We don't want any of that old energy around. So the message is to go ahead and do a cleaning. Do whatever kinds of cleanings, however many kinds of cleanings that you feel is necessary, because it's really important that we walk into this new portal on 6-6 free and clear. Free and clear is the message. Also, ask for assistance from your spirit guides and your protectors in terms of where you're going, how you're being protected, and what's next, because it's a whole new chapter of your life that's about to commence. And it's always wise to ask for protection throughout this journey, this unknown new area of discovery that we're about to enter upon. And I feel that it's really a very positive journey, and there's a lot of fruits of our labors that will be given at this point, kind of like Thanksgiving, the bounty that we're going to get. But in order to manage that bounty, in order to protect and preserve and grow that bounty, we don't do that alone. We need assistance from both this world and the spirit world. So, with that in mind, do a meditation, if you will, on how best to manage what's coming in, how best to protect, and how best to grow what's coming in. It's going to be shocking, they're saying, the amount of abundance that's coming through. It could get you out of balance for a moment, but with devotion and discipline, I'm hearing, you will be able to easily right yourself in terms of the balance, in terms of balancing all of your life, your spirit, your physical, your emotional, your mental. It's really, really going to be quite the ride, they're telling me. So I look forward to it, and I hope you do too. In the meantime and in between time, protect yourself as well as your items and people, your people. And your people, part of that is your pets. Protect everybody and everything that matters to you during this time, because a lot of times when the negative energies get upset and they get banished, or they are in the process of being banished, they come for the weaker members of the tribe. They come for the weakest link in the chain. So make sure that you say prayers and send out protection for everybody that you care about, that are your loved ones, that you want to do well and to prosper. Okay, I think that is basically it. It's saying in the book that I read that you could also wear this ruined algae as spiritual protection. You could draw it on your forehead, on your third eye, before you go into meditation. You could put it on your walls of your house, around your house, on your doors. So it's very much a matter of preference and guidance from your guides as to how you use it, if you choose to. And so that is that. So I'm going to put that one away, and I'm going to pull one more. Telling me, I keep pulling two at a time. Oh, with the Amen, I did want to say that Amen is like no thing, creating something out of no thing, and that it really means that that there are a million of infinite possibilities that you could pull from in terms of how you do what you do, in terms of achieving your manifestations here in the 3D. So with Amen, you have the world at your feet. You really are abundant. It's an abundance of options and possibilities that you can choose from with Amen. Just know that you have those, and that you can always reach into the spirit world, into your aura, and put things there. You can put abundance into your aura. You can put protection symbols in your aura. You can put whatever you want there to exist and work on manifesting these things into the 3D. So, so much for Amen. The next ruin I pull is Dagaz, D-A-G-A-Z. It looks like this, and it kind of reminds me of, when I look at it at this point, hourglass, where it's on its side, so it's not really moving like it could, or like time does. It's standing still. But we can access all points from this position, from the resting position. We can access the past, the present, and the future. But where we want to be when we're focused on manifestation is in the present and the now, like in between the two lines, right? And the middle, like if this were rounded out, it would look like the number 8. So we want to be right in the center. That's the present, not in the future, not in the past, but in the center. And from there, we can pull what we need to influence the future, and have it be influenced by the choices that we make in the present. So Dagaz, that's what I got intuitively from that. And Dagaz is the ruin of day and daybreak. It's the ruin of the dawn, of succumbing to the day, of balancing of the 2 points. It is a ruin of great transformation, of a new day. Much like Sorello is the ruin of the sun, Dagaz is the ruin of the day that Sorello brings us. And like I said, in the previous reading, they were telling me that it's a new day, it's a new energy coming in. So there will be new things that will be revealed to us, spiritually and visually, through our sense of sight, through our sense of touch, and all of the senses. We're going to start noticing and increase sensitivity of our senses, some of us. Pay attention when that happens. That's new spiritual gifts coming online. telling you and giving you more information to navigate in this 3D, in this underworld. So pay attention to the sensitivities that you're having in terms of your senses and the experiences, the more intense experiences that you feel. And at the same time, know that you don't have to react, but do respond. Do take your time to consider what they mean and how you should respond to best suit what it is that you're going for, to best protect yourself, to best grow your resources. Pay attention, because these increased sensitivities are going to be like a roadmap to you creating what it is that you want in this 3D world. Okay? Dagaz is a wonderful ruin to use when opening and closing a ritual or magic working of any type, or creative project for that matter. It is a ruin that helps bring about transformation, and one that is great for helping us transition, whether physically, emotionally, into a better space. Yeah, it's a guide. It's like a roadmap. Okay, so the last ruin that I pulled is Soelo, and it looks like this. Soelo is the ruin of the sun and all that the sun has to bring to us and to offer. Soelo is a masculine ruin, if I'm not mistaken, and it is what is needed to grow our crops, what is needed to grow anything into something that is bigger and better, something that is transformed. Soelo helps the process of transformation naturally, because it sheds light on things. Things that may have been in the dark, and they're saying that some of those things that Soelo may shine a light on may be very upsetting or intense for some of us, but that's okay, because we know that the reason that we're upset and that it's intense is because there's something that matters to us, and what they want you to do is to pay attention not to what is causing the pain, but what really matters to you about this situation, and have a commitment out of the pain and out of the heartache. They want you to take and make a commitment to transform that situation to your liking, to what really matters in the situation. So, for example, if it were a relationship gone bad, some relationship that you thought would never ever end, and it did, well, maybe, and it did because there was a betrayal, well, maybe what's really important to you is that you have relationship with someone who has your back. And so you make a commitment to make yourself more available to people who do have your back, and to prove themselves before you give yourself fully to a person. Make sure that they prove themselves to you. Make sure that as best you can, that they're not going to betray you. And the only way you could do that is by taking your time in relationships and not giving yourself fully. And when I say that, I mean sexually as well, holding back and watching and learning a person, seeing if they're worthy of what it is that you have to offer, and seeing if the values are the same, if you're on the same path to creating what it is that you both want the same thing. So maybe in the relationship that hurt you, you didn't take your time. Maybe you rushed into it. I don't know. But it's a learning. It's a lesson. So Soelo can shine the light on things. And sometimes that light needs to shine for a longer period of time. And when I think of the light shining, I think of the sun shining. So it could shine for a minute. It could shine for a New York second. It could shine for a year. A year of cycles of the sun shining. What would that bring into your life if you shined a light on a specific situation that you were working on and wanted to create for yourself, that was to do with something that was very beneficial for you and others in your family? if you were willing to commit yourself to shining a light on the many ways that this thing, person, place, or thing could show up in your life um, over the cycle of a year, how would that be different? How would your outcomes be different, is what they're saying, than if you were to just take, say, a month of cycling of daylight? There's a huge difference, in hindsight, over time, that all puts everything in perspective. Matter of fact, that's why older people are known or are associated with wisdom, because they've lived a long time, so they've had enough cycles to see how things turn out. Now, some of them learn from those cycles and some of them don't. So whether they use the wisdom or not, that is debatable. But the fact that they had the time on this planet to go through many, many cycles and to learn many, many lessons is undisputable. So consider that when you're making plans and setting goals for things that really matter to you, okay? Do consider that could be very important. And I'm not saying you have to wait a year to have sex with someone or whatever. I'm not putting a time limit on you or what you do. That's your choice. But know that with time and space, also space is important. Giving a person space, giving a situation space, giving the time frame space to allow you to get what you need to get from it, to see in different circumstances how a thing responds, how a person responds. It can only be done over time and space. So you want to have time and you want to have space in the major important decisions in your life that you make when you're looking to associate yourself with someone, when you're looking to hook up your energies and the benefits that you offer with someone, especially a woman. You don't want to just give your benefits away. You don't want to give your skill sets, your ability to create away. You want to hold that back and look and listen and watch and learn. And people will show you, they will tell you when and if it's the right decision for you to make to go forward. They will tell you, but you have to be the one who is vigilant, who is looking for those clues, those flags, those signs. Okay? And of course, I pray. I pray and I ask, for guidance in everything that I do, especially the really important things. And I wait and I try to be as diligent as possible so that I can make the best decisions possible. I hope that this information is benefiting you all. I like to just tie up this reading with a tarot reading from the Kepler deck. It's going to be just one or two cards. Spirit, please, is there anything else you want to illuminate? The wealthy man came out. So a wealthy man may be entering or be in your lives at this point, and the cards are advising to use everything that we discussed, or what it is that resonates with you in terms of protecting, growing, and advancing yourself in terms of what it is that you want to manifest here on the planet. But it has to do with a wealthy man. I don't know. It's about vetting. I don't care if they're wealthy, if they're poor, what they are. It's about vetting people, because people can tell you anything. They could show up any kind of way, but what they do over the long run, how they behave towards you, shows their real intentions towards you. The wealthy man that is a lover. The lover card came up. And lastly, the card of change. So there is a wealthy man coming into your life who may become your lover, and thereby will create a change in terms of your life. I'm hearing the status of your life. But before you let that wealthy man take over, before you let the wealthy man take the lead, test him, put him through the ropes, make him prove himself, and that he's worthy of your time and your presence and your gifts, because you're very gifted. If you're listening to me, you're very creative, you're very fertile. Be careful about pregnancy as well, they're saying. So those are the cards, and that is the message. As far as this change with this wealthy man and the lovers, I'm going to leave it for another reading or for another time. But for now, that's my reading, and I thank you for joining me. Please hit the like button and subscribe and share this if it was of value to you. Have a great day, y'all. Bye-bye.